I felt like I was more forced to go to church, especially in my teenage years. The rebellion really came out, and that's where I started finding out what life was. I grew up knowing that there is always a God. I always believed in Jesus. Growing up, and the church lifestyle is not for me. It's boring. Man, my pops, he's brought up some good children. It's when I left, it was around when I was 17 years old. I think one thing to really understand and realize how much impact music can impact your decisions. Obviously, with the impact of the music that I was listening to, I was like, yeah, I want to be more like that. That's when I started seeing church, and I started seeing all these kids that I grew up probably the same way I did. I'm like, man, they're a bunch of they're weak. They're weak. And I was like, I'm a man. Like, I got this. You're a man now. There's the door. Mm-hmm. For a time period, yes, I hated my dad. And my dad was dead to me. Yeah. Not knowing how much my dad really wanted me to come home. And I ended up buying this nice car. It was a Camaro SS. Oh my gosh. So in love with it. That's when I was like, okay, we're partying it up. No, I ended up being on a police chase. That ended with me rolling over my car, ended up in the back seat, woke up in the hospital the next day. First thing that popped up in my parents' mind was like, did he kill somebody? Yeah. I was in jail, and I was like, God, if you do this one favor and you can pay off my car with this insurance, I'm gonna stop. And he does, and I still went back. I want to go out and party. I want to do drugs. I want to do everything my friends are doing. I thank God, man, because you raise up a child the way they should be and raise them up godly, right? Yeah. For they will not depart from it. So I've always known God was there. I didn't really care. To me, it was, I just want to have fun. I want to live my life the way I want to live it. I know God's there, so, I'm gonna just put him on the back burner, and whenever I need him, I'll reach out and be like, hey, God, I need you right now. I'm like, well, I always lived on, I'm not perfect, so who are you to judge me, Yeah. When people would tell me, what are you, Catholic? I was like, I'm Christian. But yeah, are you Christian? Right. Or are you just lukewarm? And then, I woke up on a Sunday, and I'm like, man, why? Like, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel depressed? And it was a constant emotion that I felt. I had a brother from the church that reached out and said, hey, bro, where you at? Come to church tonight. We're gonna have a special service. And I was like, nah, bro, I'm still drinking. I don't know what I want to do. He's like, just come as you are. From there, it took off little by little. God is so good, so amazing, so on fire for God. God is just looking at all the things I've done, yeah, all the years I've wasted, I feel like I brought a lot of people with me to that party life. I've done work for the devil. I've been the servant of the devil. I look at it, and I look at it a little heavier now. Yeah. Sorry. You're good. That same energy I had to live for the devil and live that lifestyle. I want God to multiply that energy so I can use that against the devil's work. If you truly give your heart to God, he's going to start working on you, and he's not going to keep you at the same place you were yesterday. But I'm going to let God do his work on me, because it's not going to be a baby Christian for too long. Let my yes be stronger and greater through my trials. Yeah. So refine me for that. I have brothers that really want me to live out this walk for God and people that really see the light. They see the light in the darkness. And I didn't see that. I never saw no light in me. I was just like, I want to be the light of the party. There's small progressions, but it has a lot to do with having my brothers there. When I'm struggling, I need my brothers. In order for me to be transformed into the renewing of my mind, I have to really rely on reading the Bible. Most of all, I can't just go to church, and I can't just take a man's word for their word. I also so I've really, I'm starting to dig into the Bible a lot more, being in my prayer closet. We're not promised tomorrow. How would you want to go up and say, God, sorry, I just want to live my life. I don't want to go up. I don't want to go up like that. So if I were to tell him something, it would be, how would you go up to God and explain, you didn't try living for him. We're all going to fail, obviously, right? It's about getting back up and trying to live right. The world doesn't love you. The world doesn't love you. They love the things you do, but they don't love like God loves. And the way I'm seeing God now loving me, I wish I could ever just love him as much. I wish I could tell him that now, is that your parents love you and so many people love you. So for the younger generation, man, for the youth, there's so much ugliness, and I see the youth that are growing up in church. If they could get one thing from me, don't depart from God. You're not missing out. You're not missing out on anything from this world. I want to be the man, the husband, the father, and the leader for his kingdom. And so I want him to work on me to be those things, because it's all going to be to glorify him. Because I can't wait to have, my little family, and to raise them up the way they need to be raised up. There's no love but God. And he is the way, the truth, and the life. So he's the one I want to live for.